Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with a page that is meant to be a scrap backwards page. I've used my scrap backwards kit, and Adam and I were trying to coordinate, and he chose this sketch for the both of us to do. And I've had it on my desk partially done for a while, and the part I had left to do was kind of time consuming. So I'm going to go ahead and do the page. It's not for any particular challenge. It's just I haven't done a page in a few days, and I'm going to try to see if my arm will last through this without being too painful. So, as you know, I've had some surgery recently, and I'm doing really well in the physical therapy, progressing better than they expected me to. And the prognosis is now that because I'm working so hard at it now, which is why it hurts all the time, um, I'm likely to, in the year that I do the rehab, um, they say if you, whatever range of motion you do not get back in that year, you'll never get back. So I want to get absolutely as much as possible, and they think because I'm working that hard that I will have a good outcome. So I kind of admitted to my physical therapist that if it stopped right now, if my progress stopped at this time, and this is all the range of motion I had with that hand and that arm, I could get by, and I don't have the arthritis pain that I had before I had the surgery. But I'd really like to get where I could, reach for things without having to support the hand with the other hand. So anyway, enough about that. When I started putting this together, for some reason, I put the strips over here. So I'm going to turn the sketch upside down, and I put these little guys over here. I'm going to, let's see, what am I going to do for that circle? Let me find a large circular something to trace. I'm going to do this. I'm going to use this guy. This is what that's how I keep my tape gun on the table. So instead of drawing 3 circles that are this large, I think I'll do 3 circles that are connected, but in a different way. Let's see how we can do this. First thing I want to do is, this is a photo, and it's got so much brown in it, and so what I wanted to do was have all the colors out here that this photo doesn't have. The filter I use there, it's just one of those everyday pictures that didn't mean much, and at the time in 2017 when we took this photo, it maybe got posted to Facebook by James. It stayed in my photo album, and it wasn't precious at the time because it was just an everyday thing. But here we are with big old smiles, and the kids and I with our phones, and John is sitting there being the adult, and it just that seeing that look on his face and the table, and I don't know, there's just something about this that has become precious and that I just dearly love. Okay, so enough about that. I when I stored this photo, I put that on it. Apparently was going to scrapbook it at some previous time, but I didn't have the printed photo, so I had to print it again. Anyway, this is what I'm using. Let's see what we can do with this. And I'm going to get my black ink, and I'm just going to do these things. I'm going to make the marks start outside. Okay, let me get this turned this way. Okay, and it's kind of messy, but I'm going to make some sort of stitches there. So, and I did it again. I made a mess here. That's where an embellishment is going to have to go. And so where these handles are, it's hard to get the pen under there. And so I'm just not going to try. Let me turn this. This is not easy with my arm in the shape it is. Okay, and here I'm going to do another one. And let me turn this here and go around. And then I'll turn that way, and then I can go around without having a mark there. Okay, let me put that off to the side. And now I'm going to glue the, well, no, I'm not. I'm going to cut the ends off of these. Let me see if I can find my trimmer, and we'll see how this goes. Let's do the easy part over here first. Okay, that's done. And then we'll do this. And I've got to figure out where that edge is. I'm thinking it's there, and I just need to put it a little. Okay. And now that's all smoothed off. And what I did, I had in my Scrap Backwards kit, I have a bag of, let me see if I can pull it out. It's not a bag, it's kind of a folder-ish that contains a bunch of Vicki Boutin scraps. I generally don't keep scraps, but for Vicki Boutin stuff, I never throw a scrap away. It's one of my rules. Okay, so there's that. Let's do this now, and then I'll fix those circles. I know that this wants to go kind of like that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do here is kind of doodle and put some stitches, and I'm going to doodle here. And I'm going to leave that for an embellishment, but I'm going to do a stitch right there and a stitch right here on this thread. This one I will do a stitch kind of right there, and I'll do one here, and do this in there, and one right there. Okay, so that's that's where that's going to go. I'm going to put this, I'm going to put the symbols for all of us. I've got a turtle here for me, and I'm going to put it right there and maybe have something else around it. Maybe this pink star right there, and I'm going to put some tape on the back of that. I'll put that there, and then have room for something else to go here. Let's see, I've got to straighten the camera there, and then I can straighten that and get it over those light things. I've got the title here. It's a Bramble Fox piece that says YouNique, and the tie-in to the photo is that it's kind of a, we didn't know how precious that moment was, and we love the restaurant because it's a different kind of Italian restaurant. It's called Mona Lisa, and it's a kind of a family local hangout, and it's not the biggest or the fanciest, and the menu isn't the most innovative, but it's good, well seasoned, delicious Italian cuisine. And it's possibly the only restaurant that, in this photo, there's no Ava. And that kind of surprised me, because most of the time we went to Mona Lisa because Ava was with us, and that's like the only restaurant that she likes. So anyway, let's see how we can do this. I should have peeled that before, and I'm having trouble getting the and that's the problem with going a few days without scrapping. Things kind of get stuck. Okay, I've got that now. Let's try this again. This blue is possibly the only color of blue that isn't anywhere in these papers. And so therefore I'm calling it an accent color, and it'll stand out. It's a title. Title is kind of supposed to stand out, so it'll stand out. And I'm going to place it over here so that you kind of lose some of the variety in the endings there. I think this looks neater. So I'll leave that there. Now let's do a B for Barrett, and he is right here, so I'm going to put the B kind of down here. The sunflower is for John, and I'm going to put that up here by the sign because I think it kind of looks a little bit better there, but it sort of looks like it's sitting on his head. So I'm going to kind of move it up a bit. There we go. And then the ladybug goes over there by Katie. And I'm going to kind of do it that way. Okay. And I have these stars that I'm going to kind of place in the... let me look. I'm going to put this one up here by the... Oh, you know what? I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to put that right there to cover that mistake there. And I'm going to put this, I kind of want it to be associated with the title. Actually, this blue might be better, but it's kind of over here. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my tape is not, I'll just put the tape on the paper. Okay, and I'm going to put the green up there, and I'll find some other embellishments to go there. So I've got that, and then that tells me where this needs to go. It needs to go right there, and so I'm going to kind of put that there. And then I have this white star that I think I might just put down over here. It's not that way in the sketch, but I don't think Lisa will kick me out of the group if I do that. So there. Now, I have this, which is a fussy cut camera from one of the papers from the Say Cheese paper that's the other side of this. And I kind of wanted to put that over here, and I want to do it, I want to group things so that there are embellishment clusters instead of just embellishments out there on their own. So I put the ones that I know I want first, and then I go back around and try to place. If I do this, then it covers up that stitching and I can add some more stitching. If I do this, it's kind of too close to that star, so I'd probably prefer something else, maybe right there. So I think I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put some foam behind it. To give it a little dimension. Okay, I'm going to place that there, and then I can put something else there. I like this little bit that says memories, and I'm going to put it right here. And then let's see what else I've got. What I'm working with in the way of embellishments, these are a couple of sticker sheets from a Pink Fresh collection, and I'm kind of trying to use them up on pages. They haven't been used, and I don't have anything left of these collections. Okay, my my star came off. I was thinking I might add this word smile down here just as an embellishment. It kind of balances what's going on there. And maybe I can use a floral cluster. Maybe back up here. That doesn't, I'm not liking that. These look very much like some flowers that John and I have grown, and I kind of love using those, but I don't think it's going to work here. So I'm going to put those to the side. Now I have a slew of floral and other embellishments here, including some flowers like those. I really like these that are cut from a Paige Evans collection, but I like them because they have the blue border, the navy blue border. And I could do something maybe kind of do that right there, and then maybe this coming out of there. I don't like the red with that particular color of pink, so I'm gonna see if I have something else that would work there, like a wood veneer leaf, and maybe I have another one of those, so I could do two of those, like right there. That kind of looks goofy. Let me try a different kind of leaf, maybe two leaves. There, really tucked down, and I still need something here, and I don't know what. There's a, not liking that. Let's see, there are strawberries. Anything to do with eating would be appropriate there. I should have done more of this selecting beforehand, but sometimes it's good to show your decision-making process. One thing I'm going to do is to honor the fact that there are all these circles here. I think I'm going to try to work some circles into the composition. So let me try this. I'll put it right there. And then this can go here, and everything shows up better, and the circle kind of seems to complete the theme. Let me put a little liquid glue down there. And it's just, with my Scrap Backwards pages, what I try to do is, certainly I want to stick to my my style and preferences in terms of, you know, how I make the page, and I'm, you know, following a sketch here that I just really love, and but as much as possible, I like showing that I can take orphan supplies like these embellishments that are no longer part of a kit or a collection, and that I can kind of mix things up, and have some fun, maybe doing some unexpected things on the page. Now this circle I want to go right there, but I don't need it to be that that big. Then I still have to find the embellishment that goes on it. And I do need to glue these down. I'll have them falling off the page. Okay, and that's moving my arm over to do that is kind of unpleasant. Okay, what goes there? Let's look at this. These are the tiny embellishments from Bramble Fox, and maybe that's where my hearts will go. I'm gonna pull colors, more colors that aren't in the composition. This matches that star. This lavender kind of, there's a little purple down here, and this is lavender. So there's a little bit of repetition there. It's not as crazy as it seems. And we're almost done with this page. I will journal possibly around those circles about how ordinary it seemed at the time to go just to eat out at Mona Lisa, but how unique it seems to have become now that John's not here, and everybody, all the kids are older, and it's impossible to get everybody together at the same time to go eat a meal anywhere, whether it's Mona Lisa or not. I'm going to put that one there, and this one here. There we go. Okay, I need to get that out of there. There we go. Okay. Now, I think what I need to do is, even on a day when I don't scrap, I need to work the plunger on this. And I've just kind of hit something where it sticks, but I think that closes it enough so that air can't get in. Okay, I have this little part circle. I'm wondering if I can slide it up under the smile part, or if there's someplace else I want to use it. Maybe not sure what. If I had it to do over again, I might put it under these two guys. There's this one, and this one, and that's my trio. I'm just gonna I don't want to throw it away, and if I save it, it'll get lost. So I'm going to slide it under here. There we go. Just a tiny little bit of that circle framework showing just kind of adds an element of depth, gives some depth to that. So I think my page is done, except for the journaling, and I thank you very much for watching, and I will hope my goal is to get back to doing my regular series. There were a couple of new series I'd signed up for that I'm going to back out of until I get full speed. So I will see you next time. There's my sketch, and there's my original. Love the colors and the patterns. What more is there to say about Vicki Boutin's art? So anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. Let me get that.